Bam. Hey, all right. We are getting ready for a webinar tonight. A webinar tonight. Little webinar tonight. And so we got a few people here already. That's cool. Let me just go to it on my other computer. Huh? It's getting fancy with y'all. Oops. I have it open. All right. We are getting ready for a somewhere webinar tonight. Here it is. Okay. Webinar tonight. So stop that. And let's see. I'm going to refresh that page and see what's happening over here. Webinar tonight. And so we got a few people here already. That's cool. I gotta turn that off so we don't hear. Looking for a life-changing moment to change my present condition to pursue my acting career. Like to hear it. Awesome. Looking forward to the information. Cool. Can we hear from y'all? We'll be on. Awesome. I'm here. Cool. I'm glad to see you guys. Let me just put this on in my other machine so that I can kind of watch the questions as it goes on. You know, I keep doing these webinars, and what I want to do is, of course, make it more interactive. But since I do them by myself, you know, let's see. Here's an email. I'm clicking the email from myself. And in fact, let me close this so that I'm not, you know, watching myself all the time. Although there are worse things in life. Close that. I don't need that. Browser not currently recognized. What? Any of the, there we go. Okay. And here's that. What I want to do is, of course, make it more. And I will silence myself there. Mute. Cool. Well, I am glad you guys are here. We're going to take a couple seconds before we actually get started. And, you know, I want to cover a lot tonight. And, you know, I don't know if you're with me new. I don't know if you've been with me for a while, but I'm not going to start really talking about stuff. I want to make sure that I record a lot of stuff for people who catch the replay, assuming I have one. And I am going to type something in here. And let me, if you guys saw my desk right now, you'd be like, this guy. Hello. Oops. And let me move the headphones from off the keyboard. Hello, everyone. Also, post to Facebook. Comment. All right. Cool. I am excited to hear what you guys are here for. I don't want a new version of that right now. Thank you, Mr. Computer. Oh, Courtney's here. All right. What's up, Courtney? Cool. Glad to see you here. And how about, I'm going to try to, you know, keep looking over here for any questions or anything that is going on. And I see that, like, the feed is like 30 seconds behind my actual thing here. It's a little strange to see my, you know, I see myself here live, right, in mirror, and then over here I see myself the other way about 30 seconds later. There's some sort of cosmic, you know, time travel thing. I'm gonna see, is this better? No, that's not better. You guys can't see me. I need my light. Okay, so, you know, do me a favor, just comment, for those of you that are 49 minutes ago, 3 hours ago, like, so there are like a lot of things from a while ago. So if you're here live now, do me a favor and could you comment on there? Oh, I also know that people might be in the YouTube. Oh no, you shouldn't be. I didn't invite anybody to the YouTube thing, but let me see if anybody's there. But yeah, tonight we're going to talk about the frustrations of being an actor in the world. You know, the frustrations, how to fix that, the solution I have found, and okay, good, it's just on the regular. The solution I have found that has made me a full-time actor for over 10 years now. Over 10 years. And oh yes, my phone. Give me a second to go plug my phone in. It's in my pocket, you guys. Just want to plug it in here. Okay. All right. That's my friend. Hey, if you can, just do me a favor and comment in the ask your question here part. I see there's a little bit of a delay or something. What happened there? Am I frozen? Am I frozen? Question mark. Comment. Okay. Um, I, I see myself as frozen on the other screen. I hope that that is not the case. I'm going to refresh this and see what happens then. Could be that computer. That's the old computer. This is the new one. So you guys, I'm going to, I want to get into the meat when as soon as I can. 2 seconds ago. Cool. Bill Bailey, what's up, Bill? Glad to see you here. Oh, cool. It's Patrick Deal. Cool. Oh, some college, Columbia College and Mac High. Cool. How can I'm going to see if I can sort by reverse chronological. Is that right? Yes. Okay, cool. Sam Bryce, Bill Bailey. Cool, cool. Not frozen. Awesome. Cool. So I'm going to keep this that way so I can kind of keep an eye on it. But, sometimes I get engrossed in the whole thing. Do me a favor. Write why you're here. Just comment on why you're here today, because I'm gonna I know already I'm gonna find quite a range of people. And let me know if you've been on my list for a while or if this is like your first time being here. This yes, frustrations, exactly. Lockett. I wish that I could have seen me like 20 years ago. And what I don't mean is that I wouldn't have these grays here. What I mean is that there's some information I want to impart to you that I'm kind of often in the corner of a room at a party or in a room of actors, and people are like, oh, I saw you. Can you tell me about this and that? And, I'm slowly becoming this dude who, like, people think have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I have some answers that have helped me get places and have helped other people kind of just cut a learning curve, if that makes sense. I'm going to close something else on this. I'm just going to keep it here. And so I'm going to get started. I'm going to start right now. Okay, so my name is Bones Rodriguez, and I'm an actor here in New York City, where I was born and raised. And I live with my wife and my 6-month-old son, which is just an amazing new thing and an extra benefit about what I'm going to tell you about in a minute. Again, do me a favor, just type out why you're here today. What brought you to the webinar. So Laquette's like frustrations, yes. So, there are two kinds of actors. Those who bring the check to the table and those who get the check in the mail. And by kind of coincidences and my courage to say yes in certain situations, I kind of ended up learning, getting further along than I thought I would. And we're going to talk about beliefs. We're going to talk about the behaviors that betray your beliefs in life. We're going to talk about way more than you think. Whatever you're prepared for, there's going to be more. And we're going to be here for a while. And I guess I want to start by telling you guys that a fact about gym memberships, okay? A fact about gym memberships, I just learned this the other day, is that gyms work, right? Everybody knows if you go to the gym and work out, you will lose weight and gain muscle. If you do it, it works, right? However, gyms make, people sign up for gyms like crazy in January. But did you know that 67% of the people who sign up for gyms never go? Not that they go rarely. Not that, oh, they only show up twice in a year. I mean, they never go. 67%. And gyms work, right? It's not a scam. Gyms work, right? And people sign up with intentions of doing something. But 67% never even go into the building. So who's to blame for our fat a society, right? Who's to blame if the gyms are not to blame, right? And I say that because, you know, we know that gyms work if you go and do the stuff. But with acting careers, a lot of us don't know where the gym is for us to get the results, if that makes sense to you. A lot of us kind of get out of school and we are performing because that's what we learn to do. We learn to act, we learn to perform, we learn to delight an audience, we learn to professionally manipulate an audience's emotions and tell a story, right? We know how to do that. What we don't learn, and it's something we don't realize for a while, is how to be an actor. And that is how to be a professional, how it is to have an acting business. And that part is the frustrating part. Because when you graduate from school or whatever, you think that you are armed with that, and you're not. And it's not 67% of people who end up in failure. It's a lot higher than that. And so what I hope to do in this webinar with you guys tonight is to give you the information as to where a gym is that worked for me. Maybe I'm stretching the metaphor a little too far. What I want to do is give you information and stuff that you can either take action on or not. And if you do take action on, it's going to be like going to the gym, where you'll get results if you do the stuff, okay? I kind of led with a couple different ideas for this webinar. One of them was how an actor made 50 bucks in 2 minutes with 2 minutes work. I'm going to tell you about that later on. Another one was, what was another one? There was another like big headline that I wanted to make sure I told you. Anyway, let me tell you how I started this whole thing. I went to school, I went to college, and I did a bunch of the musicals there. And just like everybody else, I was thrilled with performing. Man, I've been performing since I was little. I remember when I got the bug. I was in 5th grade, right? And actually, in elementary school, I had memorized all these records. Yeah, I'm old enough. So there were these records that I memorized, right? Like there was a Bugs Bunny one and a Kermit the Frog one. And I memorized these records. And we had this this teacher. Why isn't my phone charging? We had this crazy drama teacher. There we go. Who every once in a while she'd be like, John, you go at the front of the class and just recite whatever it is you memorized, because nobody else wanted to do anything. And I was like, okay, right? So I happily went and recited a bunch of stuff, and I just loved doing that because people would laugh, and I would do like my Bugs Bunny impressions and whatever, and I enjoyed that. Then once in 5th grade, I remember for some reason, the 5th grade class had to do towards the night before Christmas. And I don't share this story very, very much, but for some reason, the teacher was like, John, will you play the guy? I'm just going to read the story. You just act it out. And I was like, okay. I remember being like last minute thing. And she was like, we can't prepare for this. Just, we set up the house and we're just going to go. And I was like, oh, great. My first improv show. Right? And I don't know what made her choose me. Oh, what's up, Kim Maresca? Hi. And she did. And I remember she's reading along the story, and I'm acting it out as it goes. We're running around the stage. And there's this moment, my wife is giggling at me.
Yeah, you don't know why she picked you.
I know why she picked me. It's because I was sitting in the front of the class and recite. You're a kid. I was a kid. I was just enjoying what I was enjoying. I just wanted to give. I just wanted to give what I was enjoying, you guys, okay? So I remember I'm acting out the show as my teacher's reading the story. And there was that moment where I shot to the window like a lightning bolt or something like that. I went to the window like a shot. For some reason, I just ran and like dove across the stage and just boom, boom, across the floor, and like recovered and got up in the window, you know? And I heard like the kindergartners and the first, second, third graders just howl with laughter. That was it, you guys. That, I mean, it didn't register then. It didn't register then. And I didn't remember this until much later in life. But I can tell you that moment is when, oof, that's when the bug hit, man. The laughter. And that just, it just, you know, to be able to delight a room like that, just all I had to do was dive across the stage and fall. Like, forget it. I'm diving from now on. And if you know that I do improv for kids, it's no surprise. It's no surprise that I like that, because I will fall. I will become a dragon. I will be a grown crying guy for, you know, little kids any second. My poor son like has no choice but laugh all the time. And that's where I got the bug. I don't know where you got the bug. I don't know when you got the bug. You might have the bug from the opposite thing. You might have the bug where, you know, you were lonely most of life and nobody paid attention to you, you know? And suddenly you found yourself doing something where you got applause for the first time, where people told you it was like they were proud of you for something. And maybe that's when you got the bug. Maybe you got the bug because, you know, I'm an only kid, I'm an only child, and maybe it was, you know, somebody told you you did something well, you got a reaction from somebody, you actually got attention from your family or something like that, doing something, and you just, who knows? I don't know when you got the bug, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, that's why you're here. And maybe that's why you have that song in your heart. And then you're out an adult and suddenly it's, why won't they just let me do this? Why can't I just do this and live the life of doing this? You know, and maybe when you're 22 or something, you're like, and I'm gonna be the next Tom Hanks or whoever is, you know, I'm gonna be whoever, maybe. And, you know, maybe as you go along, you know, you kind of scale it back and you scale it back until sometimes you're just at the point where I just want to be able to survive while doing this thing. Can somebody let me survive by doing this thing? Because that's all, I just want to do that for people. Can I do it enough so that I can eat and continue to do that? You know, you kind of start making deals, you know, with life. And I know what that's like because, you know, we were doing that. I was doing what everybody else is doing, except that there was really nothing in I really didn't have the thought that I was going to do it professionally. I didn't start with that idea. And maybe that's where I was sort of lucky, and that I didn't really think with that idea. I went to college and I ended up graduating as an English major. Why? Because I found out when I had to declare my major that was the closest I was. No intention of being an English major, but I ended up that way. Okay, like most of the things I did in life, I've suddenly found myself here. Well, I guess I'll make this decision, right? And one after the other. But after graduating school and after, like, I did a bunch of musical theaters, Cab Troupe in the House, Skidmore College. That's for you, Kim. I, you know, got out and I was like, man, that was fun. I'm gonna get a job of some sort, and maybe at night I'll do shows because that was fun, you know. So my first job was answering phones, and then I had another job selling, you know, accidentally answering phones at NYU. What else? You know, I didn't even mean to. I got into the sales job because my cousin was going to be the head of the place, and so I kind of went around selling copy services to lawyers. Almost never got any money from that. Just terrible at it. I didn't know how to do that. At some point while I was in NYU, though, somebody asked me if I ever wanted to look for ways to making extra money. And if you've ever heard that sentence before, that's like the classic network marketing, multi-level marketing pitch. You know, it's the prospecting pitch. That's not what this webinar is going to be about, but it's how I started. It's how I got the idea in my head of owning your own business, of like, okay, whatever residual. So you talked to me about residual income. I didn't know what that was. For those of you, in fact, do me a favor. If you have never heard of residual income, comment. If you have heard of residual income, comment. I'm just going to look here for a second. I want to book more. Struggling New York City actor, trying to find new direction. Just booked my first TV show. Congratulations, Laquette. Business and marketing is what I'm learning now. Been on your list for a while. Hi, Bill. Crystal, write your name on Facebook. Income, free time. Okay, so most of you guys are here for the same reason. Further my learning on how to become a full-time actor, one that gets checks in the mail. All right, Courtney. And why is my phone deciding? My phone's playing with me. Reason to 4 vids. Excellent. Cool, Casey. So awesome advice and wisdom. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that, man. Find out more. You know what, Laura, since my wife is kind of listening to me over there, it'd be cool if you monitored the this somehow.
Sure.
If you just kind of looked, I want to quit retail real bad. All right, good, Patrick.
Was it on your Facebook page?
No, it's the link that the link that I sent people to. So residual income is making money after you've done the work once. And I know if you've been on my list and you saw the videos I've done, then you know that I'm all about that now. And for those of you who are here for the first time, I had never heard of the idea of residual income. So just real quick, residual income is when you do the work once but continue to get paid for it. Never heard of that idea. 20-something, and the world runs on that idea. Doing the work once and continuing to get paid for it. Let me give you a quick thing. Like if you write a book, right? The book is there. When people buy it, you get paid. You only have to write the book once. So you did the work once, writing the book, and when people buy it, you get paid. Now the trick to writing books, and I know this because I've written several books, is that you have to keep selling the book. So that work kind of keeps happening. But we'll talk about that later. If you're in a movie, right, and the movie's on TV, sometimes you get a residual check, right? Actors know about residuals because if you do commercials, which is where my career is mostly gone, is that I shoot it the day of shooting, right? And I get paid the day of shooting. And commercials, you get paid every time it plays. What? I had no idea. And a couple weeks ago, I was at this bar talking to these actors, and I was like, oh, I do a bunch of commercials. And they were like, I could tell they were a little like, oh, right? Because these guys were doing avant-garde theater at night after their day jobs, right? And I'm sure an agent was going to come see them any minute, and Spielberg was going to be in the audience any minute. That's how they were, right? And I was like, yeah, I do commercials. I do all the theater. I do a lot of improv and do stuff like that too. But the reason I do commercials is because I keep getting paid for it. They were like, huh? So yeah, you mean you went to school for acting? You did not know that doing commercials means you keep getting paid for it? See, at one point, I did this McDonald's commercial that was a 3-commercial campaign. It ran for a year and a half and paid me about $85,000. Well, what would you do if you worked for 4 days and then got paid $85,000, within the year and a half? Would that free you up to do a lot of other stuff? Would commercials suddenly be a good idea? Would you be like, oh, you bit a burger? I would be, call me again, I'm getting ahead of myself here because it's not the whole story. But I just want to plant that seed in your head that residual is where it's at. And when I started learning this idea, I wanted to find out where I could make that happen everywhere. Because I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Laura? Did you get me Rich Dad, Poor Dad, please? It should have been, yeah, it should have been ready to go. And actually, while you're there, grab me the Seth Godin book, the blue one that's at the top there. That one, thank you so much. So I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Thank you so much. Boom. Can't recommend this book enough. That talks to me about, thank you, I'll get this one later. Thank you so much, sweetheart. That talks about the idea of creating assets. Now, some of you are tuning out, right? I know some of you are like, why is he talking about this? Right? Some of you were on it. Some of you were like, yeah, what do you mean residuals? Yeah, $85,000 for over a year and a half. Yeah, that means I could be free to do anything I want. Yeah, I'll bite a burger for 3 days if I could then do whatever I wanted for a year and a half. Okay? So what I'm going to do is show you, at the end, I'm going to end up showing you how you can make that type of thing happen. But you have to understand where it's coming from first. So Rich Dad, Poor Dad taught me about assets. And an asset is something that pays you. Never heard of that idea before. Most of us, the only way we get paid is when we have a job, we give them some time and they give us some money. And most of us have that idea that, if we could just make a little more money per hour, then we'd be better off. But see, the hours are still there. How do you make money without the hours? With 0 hours, how do you do that? Right? How do you make money with 0 hours? Does it make sense that Donald Trump isn't paid hourly? Like, we know that, right? But, when I was 20-something, I was like, he must, I know he's real estate, so I guess he buys low and then sells high, right? Because that's the other way I heard of investing. That's what I heard assets are, right? But an asset is something that pays you that's not you. So the example I always talk about is a vending machine. If you own a vending, or if you go buy a vending machine, if you walk by a vending machine, and you buy a soda out of the vending machine, you paid money to the machine, and it gave you the soda, right? But the owner of that machine made money, right? The owner of the machine isn't there trading the dollar for you. The machine is there working for him. That is an asset. I used to play a lot of video games and pinball and things like that, right? In fact, I was just at Barcade. When I was having that conversation about the guys who were poo-pooing commercials, I was at Barcade. And, that's a brilliant thing, because not only is it a bar where you buy drinks, right? But there are a bunch of video games around. Those video games are assets for the bar, right? The bartender has to trade hours to make money. The bar owner does not. The video games make money for the owner. Okay? So those are 2 examples of assets. I mentioned a book being an asset. Okay? You write the book once and you continue to get paid for it. You shoot the commercial once and you continue to get paid for it. You shoot the movie once, you continue to get paid for it if it's on TV or whatever, or the TV show, right? Sitcoms and things like that, they're always trying to get to syndication, right? Because they do the shows for a couple of years and then it gets in syndication and it plays again and they continue to get checks. Woo! Okay? So the big takeaway from here, the biggest thing you can learn from this right now is to start thinking about how you can turn something into an asset. Here's what I mean. people who, you know, there are a lot of actors who don't have day jobs, right? They like walk dogs, they bartend, they babysit, they teach yoga, they're personal trainers, right? All those things are like their own little personal businesses, right? All of them trade time for money, right? If you want to get paid as a yoga instructor, you have to be physically instructing people to instructing yoga. You have to physically walk dogs. Well, are there ways to turn those things into assets? The answer is yes. But first, you have to understand what an asset is, so you even know to look for it. And then ideas and strategies for how to turn those into assets so that while that's happening, you get money so you can go do whatever you want. You know, so this video I'm making right now, the video you're watching, if you're watching it, what's today's date? February 5th? If you're watching on February 5th, 2015, you're watching it live. If you're watching it any other day, this is a recorded webinar. In other words, I've already done this work. I want you to understand, I've already done, if you're watching the recording, I've already done this work, okay? If you're watching it live, hi. I'm gonna refresh this to see if there are any more comments. If you're surprised, if you've ever heard of the idea of assets before, or if you've never heard of the idea of assets before, please comment. I want to make sure that, you know, giving you guys new stuff. I know that I send you guys stuff like this, so I want to make sure that I'm keeping up. I haven't seen any new ones. Am I catching this live? Shania, you are catching it live. Yeah, it's out of order for some reason. 15 more. I'm gonna put this. I see. Okay. I just want to make sure I put this on 35 comments. Social ranking. No, reverse chronological. So at the top where it says 35 comments, click on that. Okay. Hi, Laura Flannery. Okay. There's a not know that commercials. Sonia, I'm telling you, I didn't know. I booked commercials before I knew they had that they were residual. I booked them before I knew that. Okay. So I would be elated. Exactly. How do you survive without being a professional actress? How do you while being a professional actress? Right. So here's the other part of this. There's this idea that we're taught in school and kind of culturally about actors that once you get that big break, it's like, boom, you get that, you know, that you book that under 5 on Law and Order, and then boom, it's just bookings after that, you know? And I thought that. It's not true. It's not true. Maybe for some folks, maybe. I've never, if you talk to a professional, never heard of that, okay? What you find out is that you do a job and then you do another job and you look for another gig and you get another gig and things like that. If you're in theater, if you've done any, you know, you do the show and then it's over, right? And then you got to find the next gig. And sometimes there's a year before the next gig. And what do you do in that year? Now, some people are very smart about it, right? Some people, like, they know. Some people learn and they, like, book something and they take some of that money and they sock it away, man. And they're like, okay, now I'm going to live on the bare minimum for as long as I can, right? And some people don't know. I did not know to do that. My poor wife. I was like, oh, I booked this commercial, 85,000. Well, I'm going to do this at least once or twice a year. So boom, well, let's do that from now on. I'll just do that, right? And in a way, like, I book stuff every year, but I don't. But here's the thing: I have no control over how often they run, no control over how much I get paid, zero control, and no idea how much it's going to be. So Shania, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If I'm not, please say so. Okay. Yeah, just because you're SAG eligible, you need to make money for dues, right? So you have no idea how much is coming. This is information I did not know. I did not know any of this. And I lucked out in booking work. None of my agents have ever seen me perform. I've been a professional for like 13 years. 13 years professional. None of my agents have seen me perform except in the things that they have seen me on TV. Some of you, I've shocked you now. You're like, well, how did you get the agent then? How did that happen? Right? Because that whole thing about them coming to see your show and then blah, 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 totally not really, not how it works. Sometimes, sure. Sometimes accidentally or something, or maybe they do, but the majority, no. And I did not know that. What?
You're right, accidentally, remember?
Accidentally, right. That's why I said accidentally. So accidentally, Doug Keston from Paradigm was in the audience because he was there to see, he was there to see Alex Dinelaris's, who he was his writing agent, to see his new play because he was representing the new play. So he went to see the new play. I just happened to be in it, and I had booked something for Doug like a month before. And it was accidental. When Doug introduced himself to me in the elevator, mind you, a month after I had already booked the show, the commercial, I was like, oh, and I gave him a hug. That is like shocking to most people, right?
And Alex Dinelaris just won an award.
And Alex Dinelaris, by the way, congratulations, Alex. He just won the Golden Globe. Thank you. He won the Golden Globe for Birdman. He's one of the writers in Birdman. Mwah, awesome. Good for you, man. And I get to run around telling people that I was in Alex Dinelaris' first play with him, right? That's exciting. How much did I get paid for that show? 25 bucks, I think. Right? Maybe? If that, I think, maybe. Okay, so I'm just going to check the things here. So, cool. I know apparently I have to refresh or something. Yeah, I think so. So, all this stuff is the business side of acting, right? All this stuff is the business side of it. And it's all a surprise. It was all a surprise. And it's things I've learned along the way. And the way I've learned it is because that guy who asked me if I wanted to make any extra money on the side. And I got involved in a company called Amway, and I was there for years learning, but doing terribly. Never making any money and spending everything I had, but learning stuff about business, which I had zero interest in at the time. But what they said was, in this business, you can create residual income. What's residual income? Mind you, this was at the Amway meeting. Residual income is when you do the work once and continue to get paid for it. Like when you write a book or write a song or do a TV show. Did somebody say you get paid over and over again for doing a TV show? What? I like acting. That's how it works. I like acting. I can continue to get paid for it? Oh! Let me get in this Amway thing and learn residual income. Because at the time, my big fantasy was to have residual income coming in so I could like get a truck and do shows out of the back of the truck with my friends. We could do musicals. We could do, musicals in the back of a truck and go around the country doing musicals. That was the big dream, you guys, was to like, get money somehow from this crazy business that made me residual income, whatever the hell that was, and go off and pay for stuff. That was the whole thing. And along the way, as I kept learning about business, I started correlating that to our acting business. And I realized at some point, and I heard people say, oh, it's the act, it's show business. It's show business. It's not show your friends. It's show business. You have to treat it like a business. You have to treat your acting career like a business. But I had no idea what that meant. To me, in business, it was like you wear a suit and go to whoever the CEO is and ask him what to do. So that's how I approached my acting career. Well, somebody tell me what to do, right? But through this other crazy business that I was trying to make happen, I started realizing that, oh, a business like a plumber. Oh, like a plumber has a business where a plumber goes and finds people who need their drains unclogged, and he helps them do that, and they pay him money. Oh, so I'm an actor, and I provide the service of telling the story by imagining I'm a character. Oh, well, that makes sense, right? And because that made sense, well, if I'm advertising in this business, how do I advertise as an actor? So here's one batshit crazy thing that Bones did that all his actor friends thought was so stupid. I was like, well, you know what? I went to a locksmith. I went to a locksmith because I needed new keys, right? And I got new keys, and the locksmith gave me a magnet. He gave me a magnet to put on my refrigerator with his phone number, and right? You get those. And it was like, oh yeah, a promotional item. Like pens. Pens are, people put their name in their thing on and mugs, right? Mugs.
Yeah.
Mugs are in here, right? Mugs are are promotional items. You know what I'm gonna do? I have a business. I should get some promotional items. So I had a mug. They're here, no? Oh. So what I did, I was like, I'm in business. Business people have promotional items. I'm gonna make a promotional item for my acting business, which again was totally just out of the blue. So I made this mug. Of course I made this mug, and I put my headshot and phone number on it.
It's Shauna, by the way. She said
It's Shauna. Okay. It's Shauna. Sorry, Shauna. I put my headshot on it and my phone number, right? Gave them away. Gave them away to like agents I had met along the way. Because that's what I learned business people do. Remember I told you I was like selling copy services to lawyers? That's what we do. We baked cookies and we gave them to lawyers so that they'd take our phone call when I called. So you know what I did? I made mugs, filled them with candy, and gave them. Oh, I shouldn't be telling you guys this. This is like my secret. What am I doing? Right? My actor friends who had gone to acting school, who had taken Meisner, who knew how to do Shakespeare. I experienced Shakespeare from creative writing, like learning literature. They were excellent performers of it. Laughed, said I was stupid. No. I felt awful about it. And then one day, a friend of mine told me that he had been meeting he had an agent meeting with someone. And that he was sitting there and the agent was like, well, I see that you have all these credits, blah, blah, blah. Like every other person who went to acting school, you were trained here and there, but nobody knows who you are. I need to find, I would be interested in you if I thought you had some hustle, if maybe what you have to do is get your name and face out there. It doesn't, your talent is assumed. What you need to do is get your name and face out there. That's what counts. And the agent he was talking to was drinking from my motherfucking mug. And it took guts for that guy to tell me that story, because I was like, yeah, right? Now, that person, I don't work with that person. But that's not the point. The point was that I was advertising my acting business because I had learned to do that in business. Now, here's the thing. Accidentally, because I learned about business, I started making that residual income money another way. At the time, the internet had come out, right? This is a while ago, right? The internet was out and people were doing stuff. And I was online, you know, doing stuff online. I signed up for Hotmail. I'm showing my age, right? I signed up for Hotmail and, you know, whatever. I was around that. At some point, there was this thing that said, learn to make money online. And I was like, well, what does that mean? Right? So I clicked on it. And it was like, learn to make money online. And what you can do is people send you money when you sell stuff and blah, blah, blah. I had no idea what it said. But you know what it did say? Residual income. That's all I needed to know. Because I was trying to find out how to do that. Does that make sense? I had heard about it. I was trying to do it with Amway. I didn't sing a CD. I hadn't written a book. I didn't have any TV shows. It was the only way I understood what residual income was. So when I saw online the idea that I could create residual income with whatever it was that they were selling, I was like, sign me up. I want to know what that is, right? And I hope you're following me. So I bought this thing that was, I keep saying it was $1,000. I'm not sure if that's true. I'm not sure if that's true. It was something like that. It was, you know, it was somewhere between $100 and $1,000. I don't know. But I bought it. And it was, if you saw it now, I should find it because it was just, it was, you know, it was early in the internet. So it was just like some ideas on a web page, you guys. But it was ideas that I hadn't heard before. And the whole thing was, hey, Ivan Dixon, what's up, Ivan Dixon? Good to see you, man. Okay, so the idea was that you could buy the rights to other people's books, advertise them through Google, and when people bought the book, you would get paid. That made sense to me. I looked at it, it looked good, it sounded right, and it felt like a smart thing to do. And at worst, I was gonna lose some money trying to learn. I was already losing it trying with Amway, right? So I was like, let me try this other thing. Because I was willing to try something. I was willing to try something that I was unsure about. Okay, and I was willing to learn. I was willing to learn stuff that I didn't know about because what I knew already didn't get me what I wanted. What I'd learned in school was to answer the phones. That's where that got me. I don't want to, you know, my mom is like, you're always putting down that you went to college. College was wonderful. It just didn't, but the like job wise, I ended up either like answering phones or I would have been doing something, you know, some other job. The whole residual thing, I hadn't heard about that. My roommate in college, his family had some money because his grandfather had invented Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Not Rice Krispies, Snap, Crackle, and Pop, the characters. And that was how they made residual income. I didn't understand. When he told me, oh, well, my grandfather made Snap, Crackle, and Pop, I was like, wow, I guess they must have paid millions of bucks for those. Apparently, that's not how it was. It's that those guys were in commercials. Make sense? Anyway, so this online thing said residual income, sell other people's books, make money. Great. Let me learn about this, right? I had a day job. At this time, I was working in computers at the company that owned Macy's and doing improv shows at night. all of us were trying our best. We were rehearsing at night and we'd do our show, right? We'd do our show and we'd send postcards. We sent postcards out to everybody who we understood was in the business to come see our show. And our whole thing, our whole pitch was like, we have worked very hard on this show. You should come see it. Little did we realize that that's what every postcard says. Every postcard says that, right? Every Chinese food menu you get says the same thing. So the restaurant businesses of Chinese and menus say the same thing as every postcard. How do you know which one to go to? You don't. Neither does your agent, and your agent doesn't give a shit. Anyway, because going to your show doesn't make your agent money. Okay? But we were trying this. We got all our friends and family, of course, to come see our show, right? Our shows. And we worked on them hard, and frankly, I think they're brilliant. I think we're awesome, and they're brilliant. $0 at the end of the day. Had our day jobs. Nobody career-wise. But here was Bones trying to figure out, I was, doing things that I learned in business and trying to make money online and spending all my money learning about how to make residual income some other way. So I was advertising on Google, pay-per-click, if any of you know what that is, doesn't matter. I was paying like $100, right? And hoping that the sales the book made would be more than what I spent in ads. They weren't. So like I bought the rights to, I always talk about a hypnosis book, right? And I bought that. I bought the rights, that cost me money. So the idea and the business things cost me money. The buying the rights to the books cost me money. And advertising costs me money. But I had a day job, and what was I spending my money on? Rent and food and beers and this thing. Broke all the time, owed money on credit cards because I was just trying to figure out how I could live, because I did not want to answer phones or work on computers forever. I wanted to do something. I had to do something. Would somebody please let me do something that wasn't what everybody else is doing? Is this it? Do I get up at 7 or 7:30 to take a shower, to get dressed and put on a tie, to be in front of a computer, because somebody else told me something I have to do today, and be there, and then I was allowed to eat lunch at noon or 1, so I could get out at 5, so then at 5 maybe I could get with my friends and we could create something that maybe some people would come see? Was that going to be it forever? Some other friends were waiting tables at, because that's what they learned to do, was wait tables so that they could be actors, except that if they got a show, it was the same non-paying show that somebody sent postcards to that said the same fucking thing that our postcards said anyway. Is this all wrong? If everybody's doing this and it's not working for anybody, why are we all doing it? But I didn't know what else to do, except that I heard about this residual income that I could maybe learn how to do. So I was spending a lot of my money and time trying to learn how to do that. And one day at rehearsal, I realized I had spent $100 on ads, but the book sales equaled $120. I made $20 in residual income because I didn't trade time for it. Yeah, I spent a whole lot of time trying to learn to do it. But that $20, I didn't answer a phone. I didn't trade any hours for it. I didn't serve a beer. I didn't smile to get a tip. The machine, the online vending machine, did it for me. It changed my life because I saw that it was possible.
And what I do through No More Waiters and through the book, through the videos, and through the mastermind sessions is show people how they can do it too, how you can do it too. And my goal is to get you to make that 20 bucks. And I'll tell you what's hard about this on my end. It's the same thing with gyms. 67% of people who get gym memberships never show up, never go. So if you're trying to help people, lose weight and gain muscle, if 67% of them never show up, it's hard. So when I have webinars like this, and I want to help people learn the things that I've learned, I know that a bunch of you are going to turn this off and go away, but a bunch of you are going to say, yes, I'm sticking with this guy to learn more. I know a lot of you say, you know what? He's kind of right, isn't he? I can look around and see that other people don't have results, right? This guy seems to have some results that I want, don't I? Doesn't he have some results that I want? Here are the results. I haven't had a day job in over 10 years. I say over 10 because somewhere in between the 13 and 10, I temped at a temping agency here and there and things like that. But I've actually not worked for anybody else since then. I've had gigs and I got hired to be the face of something for 6 months and things like that. But I control all that since then. Does that sound like a result? If it sounds like a result you want, then don't be part of the 67. Be part of the group that is yes and is going to stick with me and understand that I can help you. Okay, great. So anyway, so here's the story. I keep going with that. I made 20 bucks, and I was like, I made 20 bucks, and I told my friends who were making fun of me for the mugs and making fun of me for all that because I didn't take this technique and that technique. Guys, I made 20 bucks. And they didn't get it. They were like, great, you made 20 bucks. And it was actually it's actually, when I think about it, it's actually a very sad moment for me. Because I realize now that that's when the road really started dividing between us. So my friends who I loved performing with, all those guys, well, are not professionals. In that, generally speaking, their career has not gone forward in the past 10 years. How's that? Okay. All of them better performers than I was because they had trained. The way I have learned is on the job. I learned to be on camera by being on camera and getting paid to be on camera. Make sense? I learned that because I learned business stuff, that it's just if someone saw my website and didn't buy, it's all right. Just like if I do an audition and they don't hire me, it's all right. I just go to the next one. Does that make sense? I started to see that our acting business was like my book sale thing. And people say, how's your acting thing going? Because they don't know what the hell to call it. And because most of us have acting things. Most of us have acting hobbies. They don't ask Tom Hanks how his acting thing's going. So I've done dozens of commercials since. And I'm on TV a bunch, right? Right now there's a Hulu ad that's running a lot that I'm in. If you go to my my blog, you'll see it. And what's funny is that so people in my neighborhood, I live in the same place I grew up. So a lot of people in my neighborhood recognize me on the street and they know I'm an actor, right? So I don't get the, how's the acting thing going? What I get now is, hey, how come I don't see you on TV these days? Which is like, dude, give me a break, right? So sometimes I'm on and sometimes I'm off. And in the past 10 years, it's been up and down, and that's how it is, man. Except that the skills of learning to create my own income, I've gotten better and better and better at it.
You have a question, FYI.
Cool. Laura wants to tell me there's a question. What's the question?
What are some of the ways to make residual income without interfering?
Cool. Okay, so what are some of the ways of creating residual income without interfering with your acting career? It's a funny question, because if it's residual, it doesn't interfere. That's the point. So that's the definition of a residual income. Okay, but what are some of the ways? You know. So here's why that's a hard question to answer. And I can tell you how that question comes from someone who has not read No More Waiters or done a mastermind. And the thing is, there are infinite ways. Okay. The example that I talk about sometimes is people who are massage therapists think that the only way you make money as a massage therapist is through massaging someone. Now, most of you are like, well, duh, of course, except it's wrong. It's wrong. When you think your business is massaging people, then you're right. But if you realize that your business is not massaging people, then there are infinite ways of making residual income. One of which is creating other things for people to buy. Huh? Yeah. So you remember I told you about I sold a hypnosis book? I didn't know hypnosis. It was somebody else's stuff, but I made the money from it. So if you're a massage therapist, there are a lot of things that the same people who use a massage therapist want that you can earn income from residually. And if that's too much, if that isn't the answer you wanted, it's only because you're lacking the information, because this is the first time you're hearing about it. To other people, that is painfully obvious. Painfully obvious to other people. To me, it's extremely obvious. Okay. Anyway, so I'm sorry. I'm taking. It's not that I'm taking forever. It's that I want to make sure that a lot of people get the information that you need. So one day, I started earning a bunch of ways I would buy people the rights to some books, and I started selling them, and I started learning how to do that. The best day I had doing that, best day, was $1,200. I made $1,200 in one day. And I was at the park with my then girlfriend all day. I remember the day very well. Do you remember that day? We were in Central Park most of the day. We came home. We were already living together, and she was in bed. Sexy. She was in bed, and it was late, and I was at the computer like, oh my God. Do you remember I came over and I was like, right. We made, excuse me, I think I said I. Now we're married, so I gotta say we, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I think I said, I made $1,200 today. And I could not sleep. I was not sleeping that night. And she was like, that's nice. I was like, what is wrong with her? Don't you not realize we were at the park today and I made $1,200? So, you understand that for the past 10 years, I haven't had that, how am I gonna make this happen? Because it's been in my control. There are times it's been frustrating, but now it's in my control. So now what I do through No More Waiters and through masterminds and stuff like that is help people get their own stuff so that it can be under control. And I give them my stuff to earn income with. So if you saw, I don't know if you saw any of the testimonials videos or anything, there's, a bunch of testimonials from people who have taken my mastermind class. It is 4 weeks, 4 sessions, and where I teach you step by step how to create your own residual income stream. But more importantly, I teach you how to make a residual income stream out of anything you want. Now, in the years I've been doing this, it's become like this crazy fun obsession of mine to create all these little and bigger passive income things, residual income things. So I'm going to do a screen share to show you some of the things. By the way, so just because I want to make sure I remember to tell you, I told you about Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? So he talks a lot about real estate. And when most people hear about real estate, it's like, oh, you buy it low and you sell high and that's how you make money. No. If what you want to create is residual income, the thing to do is to buy it and rent it to someone, and then keep the difference between what your mortgage is and what you rent it out for. Those 3 sentences or whatever, I'd never heard that. I'd never heard that, and that's how the world is run. Credit cards run the world on that idea. Okay? Banks run the world on that idea, and they control us. But I have learned and figured out, and I teach other people now how to get control of it. So if you're saying to yourself, I would like control like that, wouldn't I? Then that's what I'm offering you here. So let me screen share and just show you some of the ideas which is the right one? Entire screen. No, can't be this. Let me just see something for a second. Make sure I have. Oh no, I don't have any windows open. What's this? Oh, here I do. Okay, great. So there. Okay. Share. So that's what I'm going to show you in a bit. But you guys have seen this before. You've seen No More Waiters, right? Okay, great. But I want to show you my Amazon page. I want to show you my Amazon page because eventually I started writing my own books, right? And again, this is just this crazy idea that I had heard that, but I started learning that you could create your own book. So look, I wrote this book, and I wrote this book, and I wrote this book. This book, Captain Kirk's Guide to Women, is a Star Trek book that I wrote, and that was 29 cents. Look at this, it's 29 cents. Because of Simon, but it's owned by Simon and Schuster, so they 29 cents. I had to sell it to them, but that was the whole idea, was because I wanted to create residual income. This book is an Amazon bestseller, and so is this one. That's why it has that little thing. I keep meaning to put a thing on this one, but that's an Amazon bestseller. So if you're a writer out there, I can teach you how to write books. In fact, let's see if Tori here. Tori Dubé, who is a student of mine, just wrote this book. Get this, it's free right now. Get this book, you guys. Hey, Tori, I don't know if you're on or not, but get this book right now. Get to the Heart of Detoxing. It's free for like the next 2 days or so. Get it. I don't have a Kindle where you can read it on any device. You can read it on any device. Get this book now. She's one of my students. She just did the 4-session mastermind with me. Okay? And that's one way that I teach you. However, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you a very cool thing, a very cool way to create residual income with somebody else's information. Remember, I told you, that's how I started, except before I had to buy the rights to books. Now I'm going to show you how to do it without buying anybody's stuff. But truthfully, I'm only going to show you the idea. Here's why. Because I teach people actually how to do it in the mastermind sessions. So if what you want is to have this freedom, and remember, it's a skill that you get, it's a learning that you get, so you can go and do it, and I will be there to help you and do it along the way with you, show you how. That's what I'm going to be offering you tonight. And if you're like, well, how much is it? I get it. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I spent like $100,000 going to college and didn't come out with the stuff I wanted to learn. a friend of mine, Kim, who's on here now, went to the same college I did, was in the same club performing as me. Also, did not get the career she wants out of it. That's right, I'm calling you out. You know why? Because I want to help, okay? And that's what it's about. It's you have to, at some point, you say, you know what isn't working, is it? And so I need to do something different, don't I? Isn't it a good thought? Isn't it great to learn, to admit that what I learned before isn't working? It's a great feeling to accept and admit that what I learned before isn't working, isn't it? So now, what a pleasure to suddenly have a new hope and new possibility. Because that's all I went on, you guys. When I was doing this, and I was selling books, and I was tearing my hair out trying to learn it, it was just the guts that I had to learn it. It was guts and desperation, frankly. And it wasn't because I wanted to act. It was because I did not want to get on the train with the other people at 8 o'clock in the morning and get on the train coming home at 6 o'clock to hope for Friday night so I could have Saturday and Sunday off. You understand? And when you get to know me better, I have a whole thing that, man, the future is not having a job. And all you have to do is look around and see how easily it is to replace people. That you're better off having skills of learning how to create your own money rather than having to ask someone for a job. In fact, I was at, I know, I'm going to show you. I was at a job transition and transformation thing for alumni from my college. And there were people there my year and older looking for new jobs. Woo, I'm 42, yo. I don't want to be like looking for a job at 42 in the same room as people, as juniors and seniors in college. I don't want to be in that room. I was there as on the other end as a mentor trying to tell people they don't need to be there looking for jobs, that they can create their own income. Solopreneurship. I talk about solopreneurship. We're in the stage of the internet now. You can create your own money. This woman who was there, she was there as the head of a very high level company. She said that for 10 job openings, she got 25,000 resumes. You want to be in that competition? I know. No, I have no interest in that. I can't imagine you do. I know you don't because you're actors. I know you don't. I know, right? So how do you here's what I want you to understand. I want you to think about how much money you make right now, monthly, that you live on. Add $500 to it. Add $500 to $1,000 on it, okay? That's all I'm going to talk about right now. We can talk about like walk away forever lifetime income later. Because frankly, most of you won't believe me. Most of you are on this skeptical as hell, and I get it, and I don't blame you. But I want you to think about $1,000 more than you make right now. What if you got it from your computer because you set up an online vending machine to pay you? What would you do then? Again, when you get to know me, I talk about doing whatever the hell you want. I happen to be an actor, and I happen to have gotten those skills, so suddenly I was free to pursue my acting career. So that when I get a call about can you audition tomorrow, the answer is yes. Not I have to ask someone for permission, not I have to, get someone to cover my shift and all that. You understand?
I'm refreshing.
Thank you so much. My wife is refreshing. So it's for you to be able to do anything you want. And if acting is what you want to do, in the next little while, I'm going to show you how you can start to set yourself free. You're going to need help from somebody, me. Okay. That's about interfering with acting careers because a friend of mine is working so much with his residual income deal, getting people to sign up with her or lower cell phone bills. Everyone had to pay their bills. Okay, so Laquette, that's an MLM. That's a network marketing company, network marketing business. That's like Amway. That is not what I'm going to teach you about. Okay, so those of you who like know of someone who's in shop.com and they're trying to get you to do shop.com, that's not what I'm talking about. If you know a friend of yours who's in what the hell is shop.com's name? Market America, that is not what I'm talking about. If you know someone in Amway, Melaleuca, Herbalife, anything network marketing, multi-level marketing, that is not what I'm teaching, what I teach in the seminar, in the mastermind. I teach you a variety of things, and then one thing in particular that I think is the best way to go, especially if you're working with me and you're an actor. And what I'm going to show you is kind of like, if you've been following me this whole time, it's going to like blow your mind a little bit. Okay? So I'm going to screen share now and show you. Quickly now, I told you about selling other people's information and how you can make money selling other people's information. Please listen to this. What I'm going to show you is a one-time sale. It's the same, it's kind of the same idea. And I'm just going to show you how one of the myriad of ways, okay, that you can learn to do it. But I want you to understand, I'm going to show you how to make a one-time sale, like an easy, simple one-time sale. You cannot quit your day job on what I'm going to show you right now. But what I am going to show you is going to open your mind and get you to say, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about and I can learn from him. Let me learn more. That's the purpose in what I'm showing you. So make a deal with me here. If you like what I show you now, I want you to say yes and say, I'm going to join the mastermind with him for the 4 sessions so I can learn all this stuff no matter what. That's the deal I want you to make with me. If what I show you right now is like, oh, I had no idea that was possible, and if what you've heard already, I want you to understand that this is not even in the mastermind. This is like pre stuff, okay? What I like showing people with No More Waiters is how to make money without a day job, what having a business is and what creating assets are, how that translates to the acting career so that you can take all these things you've learned to book acting work. And then the real secret, the real thing, is to sell your own creations. So remember I told you about Tori selling her book? What if I showed you how to sell your own indie film? That's that. I can't show you all in one. All right, here we go. I'm going to screen share. I'm going to screen share. Here we go. Okay, so this is my website. You guys have seen this. No More Waiters. Okay, and No More Waiters. You guys have seen. I'm sure you guys have seen this. They laughed at me. I quit my day job. Hopefully you've seen this video where I tell a bunch of my story. Here's a bunch of the things that I sell as a package. Okay, these are digital stuff. Okay, digitally, here's the YouTube money machine. It's how to make money on YouTube. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. I'm gonna show you how to do that in a minute. This is the original book, No More Waiters. I've changed that several times since I first wrote it, because I wrote it before YouTube, you guys. So I've changed it several times. I actually just wrote an extra chapter for 2015. This is a Facebook course that teaches you how to advertise on Facebook. Remember before I taught you that I was advertising on Google? Well, that's really expensive now. Advertising on Facebook is excellent. This is Going Pro. This talks about the acting career, how to have a career, not about like how to have a character, how to walk the red carpet, how to talk to the people in the camera. None of that. It's about the business of having a career as an actor, which is what your teachers at college could not teach you. They could not teach you because they are teachers. They are not professional actors. This is a 2-hour video seminar I do like what I'm doing now, except it's more instructional. And this seminar is all about selling books if you're a writer. Okay? That's a package deal that I sell online. This is some of the story. You've seen this, okay? And I'm going to tell you now that you'll get all of this, all of that stuff, including these mindset books, along with the live mastermind sessions. You'll get to keep the recordings, okay? So let's just add up the stuff. Oh, and before I even tell you that, it doesn't matter. Well, I'm going to tell you real quickly. Some of you have heard this before, but when I first wrote Captain Kirk's Guide to Women, writing the book was the easy part, actually, right? It was selling it to Simon & Schuster and all that. That was the hard part. So I wanted to learn how to do that. And I paid a woman who knew about book promotion $1,000 an hour to teach me that. Why? Because I had learned that I didn't know how to do that. And that I needed to learn how to do that. And that if I wanted to make $1,001, it was worth buying her expertise for $1,000. When I tell people I paid someone $1,000 an hour, a lot of people are like, I would never. Those people do not have their own books. Those people work day jobs and take the train in the mornings and at night and do not do what they want with life. So was it worth $1,000 an hour for me to have a Simon & Schuster book for the rest of my life and learn how to promote a book for the rest of my life? Abso-freaking-lutely. All right. So put it in perspective, all right? So when I tell people that, like, you know, I talk about charging $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for what I can do for them, okay? I talk about that because it's for the rest of your life. And I talk about that because it's worth your life. If it's, I don't know, it was worth it to my life. Is your life worth it? That's the question. If you say yes, then great. But, you know, it's nothing like that. What I'm offering right now is 4 sessions with me, all these materials, well worth in the many thousands of dollars, okay? And I'm going to be charging, I could easily charge $1,500, $1,900, $1,500. I am not. I will be charging $1,000 after Friday. After Friday, it's going to be $997. There's a money-back guarantee. What I'm going to free you from your life so you can continue, you can live the life you want to, okay? And this is a reel of like the stuff that I've been able to accomplish. And here's Lisa Gold saying, hey, this is a way out of your freaking non-flexible day job that you hate. If you're interested in doing something different and having something different happen, pay the freaking money. She is the CEO of Actor Outside the Box and founder of Actors Connection. If there's anybody with more credibility than the founder of Actors Connection to tell you to pay the freaking money to work with me, the final live session I am doing will be $500. $500. And I'm telling you how much it's going to be now because I'm going to show you now how to do what I said that, and I want you to stop and say, wait, is that worth $500 to me? To be taken by the hand in 4 sessions where you get to know me personally, we get on the phone together so I can help you with your personal goals. You get all these materials and you get me, which is frankly the best part of it, and 4 sessions to learn what I have learned in the 10 years, well, not all the 10 years, but you get me in your corner for a measly $500. Remember, I spend $1,000 an hour with somebody. So let me show you what I wanted to show you. There's a website called ClickBank, okay? And in clickbank.com here, if you go to clickbank.com, you should probably expand the your viewer for the whole screen, okay? In this website here, this is a website where people sell digital products. They sell products that are strictly digital, so you can buy them and get them instantly, okay? So Patty Stanger has a book in here. John Rowley has a book. I don't even know who that is. This chick she's a workout person, okay? I'm gonna log in with an old, you know, a kind of an account I do with the masterminders, Bones Rod. I've accidentally made sales here. These are accidental sales, but this is a whole bunch of products in here. So if you ever like are online and it's like, hey, learn how to do X, often it's from this website. So look at all these different ideas in here, right? All these different ideas. So I usually pick health and fitness. And I'll do it again. I usually pick health and fitness to show people this. So health and fitness, there are, look at this. Just in health and fitness, there are 2,161 products in here, okay, of health and fitness stuff. When you sign up as a member of ClickBank, and you can do it for free, you can come in here and look for products to sell. Well, how do I sell them? What do you mean sell them? What, do I go on the street? No, shut up and listen. I say that because this is when people start commenting about stuff, okay? This is, let's just pick one. I'm gonna pick one at totally random. Here we go. Old school, new body. Actually, I like this one. I like this one. Old school, new body. In fact, I'm gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna take it a step further. So the old school, new body, I'm just gonna click on here so you can see what it looks like, okay? Old school, new body. Let's say you're out on Facebook and you see an ad of some hot guy or girl and it says, hey, you want to find out how you can look good in 90 minutes per week? And they click on and you click on this ad. Well, this is what comes up, this whole thing. And oh, look at this. And you can, wow, they're talking, next page. And oh, I want to see this. Oh, yeah, wow, next page. And you read and you go, oh, look at these guys. That's funny. And next page. And you go 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 and blah, 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 blah. Until, can I close out of this? Until, well, I closed out. Well, let's just say, I'm going to go again. You go and go and go until they ask you, until, hey, you can buy the whole thing. And it's a big thing, and it's a package of stuff, and it's CDs and whatever the hell it is, and it's DVDs and downloadable videos and whatever. I'm trying to get to it. Let's go, people. Get to it. Okay, so this is probably the end. And let's say you see this here, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll buy it. And somebody clicks on it, and they buy. Okay? You've seen things like this. Let's say you go buy it. The ad person, the person who put the ad up, will make 20 bucks. So you can make 20 bucks when somebody buys that product because they clicked from your link. What do you mean they clicked from your link? Let me show you. So as a member of ClickBank, you can sell any product in here. Okay? And that's an interesting thing, right? And I'm going to teach you how to do it effectively because most people come here and have no idea how to do it. They say, oh, well, you know, they take the information that I'm going to show you right now in 10 minutes and think that they can go on and, you know, live on it. They cannot. You cannot. The reason I know that is because I tried, okay? But see this button that says promote? I'm going to click on it, and then I actually have to stop screen sharing because a new window pops up, and I have to do that. So a new window popped up when I clicked that promote button. I'm going to show you what that window looks like, okay? And again, it's because I have an account in there already. Share. Okay, so this is what that looks like. See, Bones Rod, this is my account nickname. It's just like, you know, your username and anything else. Tracking ID optional. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to put in here, what is this, February 5th? February 5th webinar, okay? And I'm going to create a link. See this link right here? See this link? I'm taking this link and I'm copying it. Copy. Ooh, I wonder if I can. Ooh, I wonder if I can show you guys how to click on. Oh, that'd be amazing. Okay. So I'm copying this link right here, right? And I'm going to leave this open, but I'm going to stop screen sharing. Okay. So I copied that link, right? Now I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm gonna try to demonstrate this. I haven't tried this before, so bear with me. I'm gonna screen share again, okay? And okay, I'm gonna go to Facebook. I'm gonna go to Facebook. Leave this page. I'm gonna go to Facebook, and I'm gonna go to I'm an actor, damn it, right? I'm an actor, damn it. And I want you guys who are there, I want you to go to I'm an actor, damn it. See this webinar tonight thing that's right here? I am going to comment on it. I'm going to paste this link in here. I wonder if it'll let me actually. Okay. All right. I paste that link. Go there now and click on that link. Go there and click on that link. And I want you to see what happens. Actually, I'm just going to do it. Okay. So let's say, oh, look, I'm in Hotmail. Oh, my friend wants me to donate to him. Hey, Sean, I'm going to donate to your thing in a minute when I'm done with this. And don't forget to work with me is only $500, and it goes to $997 at midnight tomorrow night. So join up. It's the last final live session. If you're watching this recording, sorry guys, it's more. The recording is going to be $497. So, oh look, I'm on Amazon. Blah blah blah. Let's go to Facebook. What's happening in Facebook? Blah blah blah. Oh, what's this link? I want to learn how to lose weight. Oh, in fact, hey, look, how to lose weight. ... Here's that link. Oh, my friend said how to lose weight. I'm going to click on this link. Right? And I go to this. Oh, what's this? Blah 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 blah. I want you guys to go there now and click on it just so you can see it working. Okay? And there's a lag, so I'm watching. Click on the thing so I can see the lag. I want just type in the. Do me a favor, type in the comments that you did that, and you saw the product up there. You saw that. I'm gonna stop screen sharing for a sec. I'm looking on the other computer to make sure you guys are doing that. Are you watching this? Are there things happening that I'm unaware of?
I'm watching this. No, what do you mean?
I don't know. Are there comments or questions that I'm missing?
But
Okay.
it's also lagged behind like 30 seconds.
Okay, great. Cool. So Laura's telling me it's lagged behind 30 seconds. By the way, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Laura's the most wonderful thing. And you guys, I'm telling you. And I'll tell you something else. For those of you who are a little older, working for myself, like online and all that stuff, means that I get to be with my wife and now 6-month-old child all the time. It's the benefit that I can't express to you how much more rewarding it is than going to some audition. Some of you can't relate to that, and I understand. But right now, I told you my dream at the time was to like get in a truck and do shows out the back. That sounds like fun as hell, right? But at 42, it does not sound like fun at all. But like being with my wife and child now, whenever I want, that is just the best thing. Oh my God, you guys. So I'm checking the comments. I'm hoping you guys did what I asked you to do. I don't see any new comments. What's up, you guys? Yeah. I'm gonna hold on. But if you guys aren't doing what I'm asking you to, I'm out. Like.
Okay, just restate what you need because you did it really fast.
Did I do it fast? Okay.
Really fast.
I just need you guys to go to just open up another tab. Go to Facebook.
I'm just getting done.
Okay. Open up another tab. Go to I'm an actor, damn it, in Facebook. Okay, it's public. Find where I put that link and just click on it. I just want you to click on it so I can show you that you clicked on it, and let's pretend that you bought it. Let's just pretend, because when we're done with this, I'm actually gonna blow your freaking mind. I wanted this to only be an hour and a half, but as per usual, I just want to give you guys. Remember I was telling you about just wanting to give people. That's how I end up with this stuff. So I'm gonna refresh this once more.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume some of you guys are doing it. Some of you guys are with me, are doing it. Okay, 62. Here we go. First time. Reverse chronological. It worked. Cool. Good. Okay. High-end coaching, vintage items. It's so So Shauna, I see that you're showing like your Etsy and your eBay stuff. Great. Now here's why.
That's on her. That's just it's connected to her Facebook. She didn't.
Oh, it's connected to her Facebook. Okay, great. Cool. Well, if you
I work at Presale, though.
cool. Well, oh, I see. Well, Shauna, if you sell stuff on eBay and Etsy, then you get kind of the idea, except that you probably make your thing and you're probably busy shipping things out and all that. Here's ready for the bomb I'm gonna drop on you. Sell downloadable information, and you don't have to ship out, you don't have to knit, you don't have to do any of that. Boom, there you go. You see that? Do you see that? And as a mastermind member, I'm gonna show you how to explode what you're doing already in the 15 minutes. Like I would blow your mind in those 15 minutes. Anyway, so fortunately, Laura, a bunch of you guys did that. Oh, who said? Norman, cool. I'm glad you're finding it interesting. Cool, Norman. Okay, so you guys did that, right? I'm gonna screen share again, and just so you can see. So I'm gonna screen share. So we're back at, I want you to see that we're back at ClickBank, right? Where I got that link, right? I'm gonna go and show you guys reporting, right? I'm gonna go to analytics, and again, I show you all this, obviously much more in depth. You see this? This OSNB? That stands for Old School New Body 12. 24 of you just clicked on it. Does that make sense? Just now, there were 24 clicks on that. Okay? So just now, 24 clicks. Had any of you bought it, then this would say that there was a sale. Okay? Now here's where I'm gonna blow your mind. And here's where the real deep value comes from being in the mastermind session that's only $500. Now, if you're watching the recordings are only $500. The live is $1,000. Okay? $997. If I'm offering it at the time you're watching this, which if you're watching it means I'm probably not, but I might be. Who knows? I know I'm probably gonna have to re-record this because of this. I just get excited, guys. What can I tell you? My wife's like, "You've tried to record the recorded one many times." I just want you guys to learn. Gosh, I have a business coach, and they're like, "Bones, you give too much away." I know, but I want you guys to learn, and I want you guys to trust because your dreams are at stake, and I know because it's the same dream I have. It's the same dream. Okay. Did you see over the OSNB, over Old School New Body, it shows spin sphere? What was that other one? Because that means it's another thing, right? Here's where being part of the mastermind is the best thing in the world. At some point during my showing people how to do all this, I said, oh my God, I can help actors even further by giving them, wait, I got a screen share, by giving them my business. What? Remember I said that I had bought other people's information so I could sell it, and that now you can sell other people's information without having to buy it? Well, I give you my information to sell and make money from and show you how to do it and give you 56% of it. I want that to make sense to you, so I'm going to screen share again. So what I mean is, in the marketplace, remember, here's Old School New Body. You guys just did 24 clicks of it. In the marketplace here, it hit me. I could look how to build your acting business. Look at this. You see this? What does this go to? It goes to no more waiters. The very thing that I am showing you right now. It's the very thing that I am showing you right now. What that means is that you by being a mastermind member, will learn how to sell the thing that you bought, because that makes you someone who knows. So let me just, in case some of you guys don't understand, in case it's too circular, which I understand if it's too circular, I'm going to show you. Let me just close something. Okay. Remember with the old school new body, I showed you what it looked like. I just showed you what this looks like. I'm clicking this button, promote, right? And I gotta screen share the next, I gotta screen share something else. I got to screen share that other window that opened, right? Bones Rod, the window, right? February 12th, what was it? 2/5/2015 webinar, right? Create the link. Here's that link, right? All of you guys go now to that Facebook part again. Go to that thing again. Okay? Go to that Facebook thing again. You know, I'm an actor, damn it. I gotta stop screen sharing and then go back. Stop screen sharing. I gotta go to screen share again. Share. And I gotta go to Facebook. Okay. Here's Facebook, right? Here I am. Here's this webinar tonight, right? Learn to build without a day job. Here's the link. Click on that link, you guys, okay? Click on that link. That's there now. Laura, click on that link, please. Excellent. Cool. It was great. So click on that link. I'm going to refresh. I want all you guys to click on that link. Refresh your Facebook if it's not coming up.
Did you make it a new post or did you comment in there?
What did I do? I will check. I made it a new comment. Oh, it didn't show up. Oh, damn.
No, it's hidden in there. See, that's the third comment down.
Oh, it's the third comment down. Okay, so there it is. It's the third comment down. Okay, guys? That's funny. Oh, top comments.
Yeah.
We put recent activity just to make sure you guys get. So click that link. Click that link. Okay? Now that you've clicked that link, I'm going to go to Bones, to here. I want to make sure you did. I'm going to go to reporting. I mean, not reporting. Yeah, analytics. Okay. Look, it went from 11 or whatever it was to 35 because you guys just clicked on it. And just to show you even better, look, by tracking ID. So by tracking ID, look, February 5th webinar, 19 of you just clicked. Do you see that? I just made that. I just made that. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Go click on that thing and buy it now. Buy the mastermind session with me right now, and I will show you how to make this residual. And this is one teeny tiny way, I showed you to make, what would that would be about 280 bucks. Most of you, if you made that, if you made one of those sales every day, you could quit your day job from that. There are 250,000 actors in SAG-AFTRA alone, aside from people who you know. You hear what I'm saying with that? Now, I'll also teach you to do anything else you want, but if you really want to figure it out, you become a mastermind member and I will give you my business. Why? Because I can show you exactly how to advertise by using the same things I advertise with. You understand? So if you've ever heard the words turnkey before, turnkey usually refers to real estate. It doesn't matter, but it means I'm giving you the business. So in the 4 sessions with me, you're going to get all the materials to create your own business, to realize that you can create residual income out of anything. But most importantly, you're going to get a business to do it with. We're not talking about, and I showed you how to do Facebook, but you know, that sucks. I will show you to actually advertise so you can make money, not just like, hey friends, click on my link. That sucks. Do you understand that it's not what I'm going to teach you? I'm not going to teach you how to, you know, post links on Facebook. That's not the answer. Okay? That's not it. That sucks. So I'm going to show you now. Well, there are testimonials. I have a bunch of testimonials, and I want to say to yourself, how much is your freedom for your life worth? Is it worth $500? Because the last time the live mastermind is only going to be $500. From now on, the mastermind after Friday, it's going to be $1,000 from then on. And I'm not going to do it all the time because you know why? Remember, I mentioned that this recording was going to be an asset for me. Although maybe I messed it up. I need to do another one. But the recording is an asset for me. But as a mastermind member, it's an asset for you. Because this video session that you're on will help sell that mastermind package to other actors. Do you understand that I'm the one doing all the work? You're just promoting a link that I will show you how to do. So click that link. So I'm going to check for questions and check for all that and see what's going on. If you have any questions or anything like that. Okay? Let me just refresh here. What is Shauna's question?
So are you saying we buy this with our own clickbait ID, then we get half of the money we are paying?
No. When other people buy it, then you get 56% of the sale. So just like if they had bought old school new body, you get some percentage of that. You click that link now or go to nomorewaiters.com. It's the same thing. And click that link now and get the mastermind. It's $500. And what you get is all the materials. Oh, I'm sorry. And you also get, there's a Facebook group that is normally $27 a month that you're going to get for free for a year by getting this last final live mastermind session. There's nobody else is getting that. It's the end of that offer. And that's actually where people get a lot of value because like Tori just wrote a book and she was able to put it up and I was able to give her feedback on how to make it more profitable. So Shauna, I guess I answered that question, right? Yeah. No, what I'm saying is click that link now and become part of the mastermind group. It's the only time it's going to be $500. It's the last time. If you're here to actually get freedom and if you believe that you can do that, even if the slightest bit of you have to have the courage, you have to have the courage to do something different. Okay? You have to have the belief in yourself to take that step. And here's the thing. I've been on this kind of bent on helping actors do what I've done for a while, but it didn't occur to me that I had the authority for a while. Here's what I mean. When I first left having a day job and I became a professional, it seemed kind of like a fluke, if that makes sense. And a lot of my friends who, the ones who now aren't actors anymore, they were like, oh, he got lucky doing stuff. But now it's 10 years and a little more later. So now I kind of feel like, oh, wait, I actually know what I'm talking about. Does that make sense? And that was a lack of belief in my own. It was a lack of belief in my own abilities and knowledge. I'll tell you where else I lacked some beliefs and knowledge is that I kind of didn't pursue television much this whole time. I've been like, well, commercials pay good. You know, commercials paid well. So I was like very happy about that and didn't really, you know, didn't really believe in pushing the envelope to pursue a TV career. I've done some TV. I have done some TV. But I didn't really pursue, I didn't, you know, I was like, I don't want to be a thug or a cop really, but I didn't push the envelope on, hey, no, write stuff for me. But lately things, you know, things have happened recently that made me feel like, no, I can start pushing that. So I want you to, wherever you are in life, I want you to push that you can do this. And here's something I did a long time ago before. Actually, another $1,000 I've spent $1,000 many times, you guys, on different businesses and learning things. I didn't have $1,000, and I had like 1,010 on a credit card, and it was $1,000 to buy this thing. And I learned how to buy $1,000 with $50. Here's what I mean. Someone taught me this lesson, and it was like it was huge. You know, most people don't go into debt to buy liabilities, things that cost them money. So like, oh, I want a new phone, so I put on a credit card because blah. But a phone isn't going to make you any money, right? A phone only costs you money. It only costs you money. It's not an asset like we talked about. But when you put $1,000 on a credit card, you know, you have to pay monthly, right? Well, how much do you have to pay monthly? At the highest, at the worst FICO score you have, which was me at the time, was like $50, okay? So at the time, I bought this business into this business. It's called Agile. It was a multi-level business. And it occurred to me that I could buy this thing for $1,000. And then I had better work those 30 days because I needed to make 50. I didn't have to make $1,000 in the month. I only had to make 51. And then it was an asset. That makes sense? Because as long as I was making $1 more than the debt was going to cost me, then I was ahead of the game. And that $1,000 only cost me $50 a month. And if you think about it, you could do that the rest of your life. It doesn't matter if you ever paid that $1,000 back because you're still ahead of the game. And that is a huge business lesson. Because real business people don't do stuff with their own money. They do it with what was called OPM, other people's money. Mostly, you know, other people's savings. That's a lesson for another day. But here's a book by Seth Godin. I don't know if any of you guys know Seth Godin. The title of this book is What to Do When It's Your Turn. And it's always your turn. There's a lot in here about personal responsibility and fault and blame and responsibility for life. And here's the thing. Up till this moment, it wasn't your fault that you weren't making money as an actor and that you were having a hard time making any money as an actor and like about to quit and all the desperation that you guys were feeling. It wasn't your fault. But what you may not know is that it was your responsibility. And that's a hard thing to come across. It's a hard thing to understand. And the best way was that, because to me it was like, somebody would be like, well, it's your responsibility. It felt like this weight and this hard thing. But the best way it was ever explained to me was that, look, it's not your fault when you catch it. If somebody gives you a cold, it's not your fault, it's their fault. It's definitely their fault. But you still have the cold. So you still have to take care of yourself. So what I'm here to tell you is that it wasn't your fault that you didn't learn any of these things about your acting career, about the career and the business of acting. But it now is your responsibility. Now you have to do something about it, and you have a choice. You can either do what everybody else is doing and kind of go with the same mentality you've had, which is like somebody will find me, somebody will take care of me, somebody will save me from this thing, somebody will take me away from, somebody will discover me and save me. Somebody else will tell me what to do, or you can click that button for 500 bucks and help me help other people claim their own power and be responsible for your life. And here's what's awesome about being responsible for your life. Now it's your freedom. And I'm going to go on and help other actors quit their day jobs too, like I have. The question is, are you going to be one and run them and help me? Or are you going to say, I saw that webinar and I should have done that? Do you know what a bunch of my friends tell me now? The ones who made fun of me for the mugs and for the having a business on the side and everything. They say, oh well, you know, you're lucky. You had that drive or whatever. And what I was scared of the alternative. What drives me is being terrified of that 9-to-5 life. What drives me is of being terrified of 8 hours a day, me trading 8 hours a day for some money that was basically hard to live on anyway. You realize that's a third of your day, which means it's a third of your life? How much do you think your life is worth? Because right now you're trading a third of it for a certain amount of money. That's how much your life's worth to you right now. Or for 500 bucks, you can kind of learn how to take responsibility and kind of get freedom. So I'm going to recommend that you click on that button and get with the mastermind. I have a ton of testimonials. Maybe I should show those. Let's see. I'm going to do the YouTube thing. Welcome to YouTube Hangouts. Thank you. I have not done this. I don't even know if I know how to do this. Click on add videos to playlist. Let's see if I can find this. No more waiters. Mashup. Did I call it that? Review. Is it a scam or not? Here. I'm going to add this. Okay, on the other thing, I should have checked this before. Hold on. How do I make this play? Okay, there's some way to do that.
Cute to watch your face go look back and forth.
To watch my face go back. That's cool.
You're like dashing around. How do I do?
Okay, cool. Well, I don't know. Well, look, there is a testimony. There's a big testimonial video online on YouTube. If you would look up No More Waiters review, is it a scam or is it legit? And you're gonna see a very long testimonial video of the people who've been in the past 2 masterminds, and all of them are thrilled with it and learning stuff. Some of them are making money already, and I want that for you. So. I'm glad, Shawnee, you like the credit card thing, right? Isn't that an amazing thing? Like I learned that it was outside of the realm of learning. So if you can imagine what you've learned from me so far, I hope you can understand that you can learn a lot more. So click, I think below, is there not a buy button below? No, there is not. Okay. Well, what I want you to do is go over to nomorewaiters.com right now, and I'm going to screen share it. If you go to nomorewaiters.com right now and click on that button that says quit my day job and go full-time now, click that and you will be part of the mastermind session. There will be 4 sessions. Oh, it's the next couple days, by the way. So although I'm not sure at the times yet, I think I'm doing Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Of course, they're all recorded. So go to nomorewaiters.com, okay? And then click this button to get on the mastermind session.
Are you screen sharing?
I am, and I'm hoping you can see it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm looking on this side. Thanks. If anybody has any questions, I want to know any questions. Look, if what you want is what I've been talking about, then that you're clicking on that link right now to get that. And people on this live session right now, you know, everybody gets 15 minutes with me. People on this session, I will give you an extra session, 1 before and 1 during. You know what? And 1 at the end.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw in 2. Normally it's 1. I'm gonna throw in 2 for those of you who make that decision right now while we're still on in the next 10 minutes you have. At 11:10, turn this off. So if what you want is to have that freedom because you're sick and tired of not having it, then you're going to nomorewaiters.com and you're clicking on this button right now in the next 10 minutes. Oh, I'm screen sharing all this stuff with you. Yeah, I was checking my email. Sorry, guys, while I was talking. What can I tell you? So, I'm looking at what is it? You guys see my email? That's awesome. So, if you have any questions, you should ask them now. Otherwise, you're clicking on that button now. Whatever hang up you have, you can't solve the problem with the same mental capacity that you have the problem with. You need to get around other people who are doing things differently. You need to learn from someone who knows what they're talking about, who can help you. That person is me, and I'm telling you right now, it's never going to go again. Never going to go for $500. This is it. So if you have any questions, whatever hangups you have, get rid of them and have the courage to right now get with it. By now, you know a bunch of stuff. By now, you know you can learn a lot from me. And we've been together for a long time. I've been talking for 2 hours. By now, you guys know that you can learn a lot. So do you want to do it or not? And if the answer is no, please be like the people who, you know, the gym people who don't go. Stay with what you're doing. Do what the other people who aren't getting anywhere do. You might not have enough pain to go forward yet. Those of you who understand that each day you get closer and closer to quitting acting, you get closer and closer to people saying like, oh, you used to be an actor, huh? You get closer and closer to telling people how, oh yeah, I tried, but then no. I want you to know that from this moment, if you ever say that, oh, I tried, but I couldn't, I want you to know you lied. All right? I want you to know you'd be lying. because right now you have the opportunity to have a solution to create a different future. Remember I told you about my friends and I, how we had that we diverged on that road, right? I took the one that is less traveled. I'm offering you the path to come with me, to have me hold your hand and do it together. Let me show you what I'm doing, and we can do it together, or you can end up with your day job forever. And by the way, it's not going to be forever, because you're going to get fired from that one and you're going to need to find another one again, just like everybody does. Does everybody not realize that? I was at that reunion, that thing with people, alumni were looking for new jobs, and one of the girls who was an actor telling me she was about to quit acting was like, I think I'm just gonna quit and get a day job, a nice secure day job. And I was like, look around, all these people who thought they had secure jobs do not. They are the ones who are sending out. They are one of the 25,000 that are sending out resumes for the 10 jobs. You don't have to do that. I talk about this being how to build your acting business without a day job. What I mean is this is how you can build your life without a day job. Isn't that better? That's better, isn't it? I'm sure you can agree with me that that's better. I mean, does that make sense to you? If you're seeing clearly, I know that is, you can see that, you know? And if you ask yourself, you can feel yourself in your heart that feels right to you, then click on that button and get started with me. You only got a couple minutes before I close, before I get off of this, and you'll only get one consultation. If you want those 2 consultations, which, believe me, can make a huge amount of difference for you, just to guide you, then click that now and get that package. You get all the stuff in there and 4 live sessions. I'm checking for questions. I don't see anybody asking any questions, do you? Hey, if you got no questions, then you should be clicking on that button to join and let's get moving. I see the same 69 comments. So right, 69.
Can you put a link directly in the comment box before you want to click?
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. All right. I guess I can. Go to http www.nomorewaiters.com. Comment. Okay. Go there. Click on the link below. Tomorrow at midnight, that goes away and it goes to $9.97, and for like never going to be offered for $500 again. Those of you who are like, you know what? Let me say this.
You might have to refresh to get that comment.
Okay, and you might have to refresh to get that comment. You might have to refresh. In fact, maybe you have to refresh in general. Oh, I wonder if you can just refresh just the comments. Yeah, I don't think so. So, those of you who've ever had businesses before, I think, people who've had businesses before click on the link quickly because they're like $500. Great. That sounds like the best idea in the world. To have, even just to learn the ClickBank thing I just showed you effectively is $500, And yeah. So for those of you who like only worked for other people before, you might be like, I don't know, $500. I'm telling you now, your acting career, some of you guys haven't bought headshots in forever. Some of you guys have never bought a class, a business class. I'm sure you bought acting classes. It's the failure way to do things. If paying $500 to learn like a skill that you can like make money with and get a business by itself, if that's scary to you, then get courage up, because hopefully I've inspired you to do something else. If you click off of this and you're just going to go back to what you're doing, you wasted 2 hours with me. You understand? If you invested these 2 hours, then I hope that your 2 hours are worth more to you than $500. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? To me, my time is valuable. I don't give away my time for $20 an hour. Do you understand? I build residual income. I build things
so I can own them. And I want to teach you how to do that. You know what else? People don't ask, how's the acting thing going? Like worried for you. Like your parents aren't going to say, are you still trying to, when you make money elsewhere. They don't care. It's like, oh, you make money elsewhere? Great. Oh, when you have a hobby? Fantastic. You know what I mean? They, you know, I've had ups and downs. I don't want to give you the impression that, like, you know, after 4 weeks with me, your life is on easy street. Although it might be. Maybe I should tell you that. It's not true. I don't feel like lying. No point in it, right? But if you want to get on that other road where you can really change and have your life change, then click on that button for the mastermind sessions. You got 3 minutes left. I don't know what else I can say other than people are getting great results. And if you want to change what you're getting, you need to change what you're doing. The only difference between what you want in life, between what you have in life and what you want in life, is applied knowledge. You have to get the knowledge, and then you have to say yes and apply it. You have to say, yeah, I'm willing to do it, and go for it in anything. You know, if you want to really have an acting career, you have to say, yes, I want one, and I'm going to do it. If you want to create it without having a day job, you have to say, yeah, I'm willing to go for it. I had the courage to go for it. Do you have the courage to say, yeah, it's worth it? I have the courage to do that, don't I? That's a question you're asking yourself right now. Is it worth it? Well, you know, it's up to you. Is your life is worth it, isn't it? You know? If you have no questions and you've already said yes, then welcome. Oh, I see 2 more things. Let's see. Well, one of them's me, I bet. I want to join, but I really want to. I have to be creative to look for. Well, get creative, Shauna. It's your responsibility. And I know that you're. Oh, she knows them before. I guess my only question would be, what if I need more help to understand? Like, would you be available to my email questions? Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah, the whole point. Yeah. Okay. So if that's you know, look, I want to help you guys. I want to help you. I'll tell you, because I want more testimonials and stuff. Yeah. My goal, let me help you. Yeah, so here's the first step in me helping you become part of the mastermind. Of course you get my email. I'm telling you, you get 2 or 3 you know, consultations. You get the Facebook group so that we can all help each other. Look, the point of this is not for me to sell $500 a package. Yes, I'm valuing that at $500, but the point is to have more people like me. Here's something that maybe people don't understand. You know, when you do a show with a bunch of people and then the show's over and you're like, oh, you get that post-show depression because you realize that's what you should have been doing. And you're like, man, that was fun and that was wonderful, and you were inspired, not just by what you were doing, but by the people you were with. Get inspired by helping other people. Let me be even more revealing, okay? I was not in the mood to do this tonight. I told my wife, I was like, I don't know if I want to do the webinar tonight. And I'll tell you why. So I get really inspired when I get people working with me and they learn from me and they send me awesome messages, and I have these great testimonials. I get like great emails and people like I had no idea, like even the credit card thing. Like people didn't ever think of that type of thing, and I'm like thrilled that I can teach people stuff. But when someone emails me or puts like a Facebook comment of like, this guy is full of it or whatever, that hurts so much that it knocks the wind out of me often. And I have a thick skin for performing. Like, I do a ton of improv, so I have no problem when I get tongue-tied and when I mess up jokes. you know, if I'm doing a stand up and I mess that up, or if I'm doing a play and I forget the words in the middle of a song, like I'm thick-skinned about that, man. Hey, that's the cost of being a performer. But when people are like, you know, doubt my intentions, or like, or even unwilling to learn or even find out if I'm telling the truth, that hurts, man. It takes the wind out of my sails. So I was not in the mood to do this tonight. But having 71 comments, having you guys show up to be here, and I know people are going to watch the recording, that just makes me feel really good. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. You know, it's like, you know, if you perform for 2 hours and nobody applauds, it's like, golly. Or the lights go on, you realize there was no one in the audience. It's like, oh my God, what did I do that for, right? So I want to help people. I want to help you. My time has value. It's like performing, right? We want to perform. Can somebody, you know, pay us so we can do it, right? And a lot of us come from, look, you don't have to pay me. I just want to do it. But the truth is, I need to get paid so I can do it. So I provide substantial value. And because I do that, and I want people to value it, if you're worried about whether or not I'm going to be around, that's just not even a question. There you go. I went through all that just to tell you, yes, of course you can email me. That's the answer to your question. The answer to your question is yes, of course I'll be able to email. I just wanted to let you know where it comes from. Okay. So get creative, Shauna. And since you do stuff for yourself already at eBay and Etsy, I know you can. You already have, you know, when I talked about personal responsibility, I know you already have that. Here's the other way I know that about you, because you ask questions. You're not sitting there like hiding. You know what I mean? I can tell you already have courage, and you already understand the personal responsibility thing I was talking about. I have a feeling if you sign up for the gym, you go. So there you go. In fact, Shauna's the most active on here, right? One of. And I see other people. Oh, Laquette, yeah. Okay, cool. And great. Oh, my phone keeps thinking when I say Laquette. That's funny. So let's give props to Pike for being asleep. Our baby, our son, for being asleep. Only woke up a little bit. So I'm gonna sign off now, you guys. I feel like I should screen share a picture of our cute boy or something. I don't know. A lot of good choices. Let me just, before I say goodbye to you guys, let me see if I can find a good picture of Pikey for you guys before I go, because really, man, life's amazing, especially when you get to spend the time with people you want. Synced from phone. Let's see what we got here for although I just moved all those pictures. Oh, that's a cute one. Let's show this one from it's kind of funny. I'm trying to feed him and he wouldn't. A lot of funny cute pictures here. I'm going to show you this one. I'm going to screen share that one. You know, you guys who are sticking around just to see the screen share of my kid is very cute. Look at that. That's me and this cute guy. Come on, that's a cute guy. That's a cute little guy. This is our New Year's picture. Yes, I'm showing you my legs. Yeah. Check out my legs. Guess what, you guys? I can do that. I don't have a day job. I can do what I feel like doing. That's the guy. Oh, I'm not sure I screen shared it. Yeah, it's there, right? Okay. Anyway, so there you go. Join the mastermind, you guys. Join. I want to see you in there. If you have any questions, you know, ask me after you join. Join and then ask. Don't be one of these. You can do it. Get the courage. Nut up. Let's go. I started this the same way I'm going to end it. There are two kinds of actors in the world. those who bring the check to the table, those who get the check in the mail. Which one do you want to be? The way you know which one you want to be is if you click on that button to be part of the mastermind, you want to be in that second group. If not, go back to doing what the other people do. Talk to you soon. Bye.